So BeQuiet have released a new power supply. Well, it's not too new, it just means it's more modular. And it means, if it's more modular, it means more airflow and less restrictive airflow in your case. This. But also that means that the cables that you actually need, you're just the only ones you need to plug in. So now the 24 pin is not connected. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this BeQuiet power supply out from here, we're going to put the new one in. So I've got a 750 watt version, which is a straight power 11, and it's fully modular, no cables to it at all. And we're just going to test it out and see how stable it is and stuff, and then we'll let you know. This is going to be, you can be able to purchase this on the 16th of January. It's under NDA at the moment, but I'm going to be releasing the video on the day. So hopefully I'll get the right time and date to release this. But yeah, we're just going to take that old power supply out, which is not too old, and then put the new one in. So now I've just got to do loads of cable management now. Great. I will show you this, but I'll do it after I've done this. So in this box you get straight power 11 manual, so user manual 1850 watts, 750 watts, 650 watts, 550 watts, 450 watts. This is a 750 watts, this is the old model. Actually this model is a dark power Pro 11 and this is the straight power 11. This is the newer version. And basically we're just going to have a look at the cables quickly. And they still look really nice. What's different about them then? Other than the 24 pin, still got the same look as the normal cables, except there's no writing on it at all. Look a bit more flatter, comes with Velcro. I still get a different plug, so not an English one. I've got some cable ties and some screws, the normal screws you get with the power supply. Obviously with the more expensive power supplies you get these versions. I think I nicked them out of my 850 watt one. And then you get the cables on the other side. So this is for your EPS connectors. VGA graphics cards, so you've got two split 6-pin and 8-pin. And you've got 4 of them it looks like. So that's enough to give it a good bit of power on the graphics card. Then we've got the power supply on its own, which is different because normally you will just see it with a 24 pin or an EPS connector connected to it as well. And I can't seem to get this out of the box. Oh, I've got it out now. Right, so now I'm going to stick this top of there, out the way. Get the power supply out somehow. There we go. Do not eat. So finally, we have a complete modular power supply by BeQuiet. So we've got the standard motherboard connector for the 24 pin, PCIe 3, and then we've got that's for the motherboard to connect into there, and you've got another second version for the P8 and P4, and then we've got PCIe 1, P8, P4. So you can have 3 graphics cards plus EPS connector, 24 pin, and you can connect a number of drives on there because it's got straight connectors, and I think the connectors, which I remember rightly, so you got a separate connector for a hub and a Molex connector on the side there. And then say that you've got this cable here, which would be normally separated and modulated on that as well. You've got hard disk drive or DVD for Molex connector, another Molex connector, and an eSATA and another eSATA all on one line. So that means it gives you 4 devices that you can plug in straight from that. So I'm guessing you should have 16 devices that you can connect straight off of the rail on the power supply. Yep, so we've got another, what have we got in here? We've got 2 modecs and 2 eSATA, and we've got 2 what we got? We've got 4 eSATA on there. Okay, 4 eSATA, and we've got 3 eSATA on this one. So completely wrong. So you can connect, basically you can connect 17 devices. Okay, fair dues. 24 pin, still got your average connector on the side there. You put the 4 pin in first, then the 20 pin in. You get a Velcro wrap, and then your normal connector that goes in the power supply. And then you've got your graphic card cables here, which are just what I've just explained. Then you get your instructions and stuff. But anyway, what we want to do is connect exactly what we need. So all I need to do is copy that 700 watt power supply. So honestly, I don't know if there's anything different. Right, it's about probably about half a centimetre difference in height, and nothing in width. The only thing is what I can see different, but they're obviously 2 different versions. This is a dark, what's this one called? Dark Power Pro, and this one's called a Straight Power 11. Now on the Dark Power Pro, it's got where you can connect fans, and you've got your overclocking cable on the side there, whereas the whole layout is slightly different. If I spin it around, yeah, slightly different from what we got on this side. But I don't think that really makes much of a difference, other than the 24 pin is actually connected in here. I think you got better Japanese caps in here than what you normally do, if I remember rightly. It does look slightly a little bit more complicated. Same BeQuiet's heat and cooling fan to cool it down. But now I'm going to connect this up. So let's see how much easier it is. So click my 24 pin. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's that way around. So it goes in just exactly the same way. Nothing different there. What have I got? A Modex and a SATA. Connect that in. Fits in nicely, to be honest with you. 1 Molex, but we can't find one. There we go. Let's make the most of this night. Then my EPS connector. To be honest with you, all these cables are going to become useless. Well, they won't come useless because you've got all these RGB fans that need powering and that, I guess, but it's just like you've got NVMe, so you can plug that straight into the motherboard rather than using eSATA or a SATA connection. And now I've got to find my EPS connector, so I want that one. By 8 pin. PCI Express for graphics card. Cables seem to be the same length as well, nothing different there. So as I said, you should be able to buy this power supply if you're looking for a BeQuiet power supply, because they're one of the best power supplies you can buy, and you really want a power supply that is that's got a decent wattage, and also can and you like BeQuiet, and you basically just want something's modular. About time they brought something out that's modular, so that's pretty cool. Now all I'm going to do is just stick it into the case, and then we're going to go and test it. So also what I like about BeQuiet's website is the fact that many websites are falling into the same category of like, you're looking to see what BeQuiet's come out with, and then you go into, I need a power supply, so they've got a service tool application there, PSU calculator, motherboard check, product comparison, where to buy it. So I'll go into PSU calculator, and there you go, I've got processor, system cooling and graphics card. So it's going to be a bit hard. No, it's not hard at all. If you're an amateur, get on here. This will help you out. So manufacturer, I'm going to go with Intel. I'll go with Intel or AMD, doesn't really matter. I love computers. So I'm going to go with, what socket do I want to go with? I'm going to go with 1151 socket. Then the model, I'm going to go with an 8600K. There's an 8350K. What the hell is an 8600K then? They must have stopped making them. Aha. Right, 8600K. Right there, so Core i5, 6 cores, 6 threads. Graphics card, I'm just going to use one graphics card because that's all I can afford. Manufacturer, I'm going to go with NVIDIA. Model, I'm going to go with a GTX 1050 Ti. No, actually, let's go a little bit higher. Let's go to GTX. No, let's go GTX 1050 Ti. Will you overclock the CPU and GPU or use overclock components? Yeah, why not? I'm going to overclock. So, system is going to ask me how many like SSDs and stuff that I'm going to use, or RAM. So, I'm going to use 2 SSDs and 2 something else, and RAM I'm going to use, I don't know, I'll use 2. I won't use 4. Cooling fans, I'm going to use 6 because I love RGBs. And I'm stupid, I'm going to spend my money rather on RGBs rather than performance. Then 1 pump plus 1 fan. We're going to use 2 pumps and 2 fans. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. We're going to do that. And then we're going to calculate it. And there you go, straight away. Look how quick that was. That's really awesomely quick. So now it's saying your configuration: Core i5 8600K, GPU GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, drives SATA 2 times PATA times 2, RAM times 2, fan 6, water cooling times 2, pump times 2 with the fan, overclocked yes because I'm a monster, and then your preferences: silence, or I kill you kind of thing. And no, we won't talk about that. Your maximum wattage requirement is 324 watts, which is nothing. But if you just want a little bit of headroom, you can have a little bit of headroom, depends on how you are. Price range is 289, so 50 euros to 289 euros. Form factor, all, so we've got ATX, SFX and TFX. Cable management, all, so you've got CM and non-CM. Then it gives you a little list of like power supplies that will be good for my configuration. So we've got straight power 10, 400 watts, straight power 10, 500 watts, straight power 10, 500 watts. And then we've got the much better ones. So the power supply that I'm using is not out yet, but when it's out it'll be on a website, and then it'll be a little bit different. That's when BeQuiet will update their website. Then I can go to the trolley and out, just buy it or whatever. And that's what the normal MSRP power battery or power money is, and efficiency of like how efficient the power supply is. Obviously, the more longer you pay, the more expensive the power supply, the more efficiency you get, the more, whether it's gold or platinum, and the more rails that you can have voltage that's more stable. So that's the way it goes. And if you're overclocking, then you got Dark Power Pro, which is kind of the top power supply at the moment, and it's giving me 550 watts, 650 watts, 750 watts, so that's not bad. And then you've got Power Zone. So basically they're giving you a load of power supplies. Even Honest right here, look at that load, 93%. So it's basically saying that it's not going to be eligible for this. It'll work, but if you overclock, this is what's going to happen. But for 54.90, if you've only got that budget and you want to use it before you get another power supply, that's what you can do. So it's saying that you can use a 350 watt power supply because the power efficiency was 324, which doesn't give you a lot of room to do anything, and literally you're going on a borderline. And if you're going on a borderline, that's where you can kill your motherboard and your RAM and your CPU all at once. So this is what I like about BeQuiet. They're honest. They didn't even say, oh yeah, it'll be alright just because I want to sell power supplies. They're saying it's going to definitely not be sufficient, so get rid of that one. 400 watts, best price, 81% load, efficiency 91.3, and a price of 59.90 euros, which will be definitely cheaper in England, but in other countries it may vary. But anyway, and then you got like a SFX power supply. So they've got power supplies from everywhere, but this is Germany, so we're talking about cleanliness, really aesthetic looking, and power efficient, and whatever else, good for the economy. There we go. So that's what you need to do. Just go here and it will tell you what else it says? It says something in red here. As some power supplies are not equipped with enough connectors for the PC components in the configuration, you will not find them in the results. Only the power supplies and the match specification will be recommended. Well done, BeQuiet. I like you, BeQuiet. This is pretty cool. But I think other manufacturers should follow suit. But anyway, that's as simple as it is. So if you're amateur, this is good. If you're semi-amateur or semi-pro or professional, still use this if you really want to use this. But if you don't need to use it, you don't need to use it. But it's there. So that means everyone's covered. So yeah, good. So now I've got the computer connected with the power supply, the new one from BeQuiet, and obviously it's German, and it's going to be obviously really good. But anyway, I've got it so on a stress test for this computer, using an 8600K processor there, and I think I'm using like 32 gigabytes of ballistic elite RAM, and it's all custom water cooled, and it's MSI motherboard, like, and yeah, this I don't really want to go into too much about it because it's all about the power supply, and running at 1.248 volts at the moment, and it's nice and stable. And this is on the stress test. Been running it for like 13 minutes, so there's not really a lot I could really say about it unless I go and buy like really expensive power supply units and study how to talk about rails and how to get the volt off that rail and how much voltage is going on that rail and where does the power and the voltage go from like the graphics card to that might be a little bit boring anyway to talk about that. I'll leave that to the scientists, but what I'm talking about is like this power supply is generally really nice looking, and it's modular finally by BeQuiet, and it's a known brand, BeQuiet, and it's German, which is no faults about it. As you can see, it's doing pretty well, and yeah, links in the description down below where you can buy that power supply. And even when you get it, you're going to be more than happy around with it, especially if you're looking for an upgrade. It's January, not many people have got money, or they've hired money, I don't know, but yeah, it's the time to go and upgrade, and the time is now. So links in the description down below. If you want me to do a video with a PC part component put together of like a custom water-cooled build, an AIO build, a budget build, a very expensive build, a medium build, aesthetic build, a what you call it build, like for a TV, leave it in the comments down below. Comment all you like down there, and I'll listen and I'll get it done for you, because I feel that it's nice to listen to the people out there to see what they want on this channel. Anyway, if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, share to everyone you can to. Yeah, to Cantu. That's probably another country somewhere. I don't know. Cantu, can do, will do. That would be you. See you later. Thanks for watching. I'm out.